Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have this time is the Kotetsu Hamon 19C27 Santoku 180mm knife. This knife has 3-layer construction with the center cutting edge steel is 19C27 full stainless. You can get a write-up on that on the product page, but it's a easy to sharpen full stainless steel that takes a nice edge and is very well suited to kitchen knives. The cladding is soft stainless on either side, and you can see it's got a line there. This is the Hamon part, but it's got a nice line, wavy line that demarcates the cladding from the core steel. Core steel is a little more polished at the edge there. So really nice looking knife. The weight and dimensions can vary slightly, but this particular knife is 143 grams or about 5 ounces, so fairly light for a Western handled knife. Heat treats about 60-61 Rockwell on that core steel. And the handle is a black pack of wood, which is a stabilized wood product handle with a partial tang construction. So the tang goes down the top part, about that far down, and then it stops. And what that does is make the handle just a little bit lighter than a full tang construction. It's got 3 stainless rivets on it. And you can see this is called a pinned-on bolster, kind of a nice aggressive sweep to the angle there. Handle has some scallops here on the bottom side, so it's a kind of a nice feeling handle to look at, and I should say use and also look at, so it looks nice, and it's a nice and comfortable handle. The edge on this one's 180 millimeters right on the button, or about 7.1 inches. Overall length about 303 millimeters. And these are fairly thin knives for the construction, but fairly stiff as well. The spine thickness is about 1.7 millimeters at the back, and I got about 1.5 halfway down. And then it doesn't really thin up too much till you hit the grind where it thins out towards the tip. And the tip's pretty darn thin on these. And so is the edge. So this is a nice performing knife. High performance grind. The height is about 46.5 millimeters at the heel. And in terms of holding the knife, you've got plenty of clearance there for your fingers for a pinch grip. And the balance point, it's a Western handle. It's a little lighter because of the partial tang, but that is going to bring the balance point back just behind where that bolster starts, right about there. So it's a little handle heavy if you use a pinch grip. Let's get a beauty shot for the video cover picture. So this knife does have some embossed kanji on the right side of the knife, and you can see the grind is kind of a little lower than that line with this blade grind kind of faux look here, but it's a little bit lower than that. And then you've got that wavy line separating the cladding from the core steel, so it's a really nice looking knife. Again, thin at the edge, thin at the tip. This is the left side of the blade. You can see some finish marks kind of going diagonal here. In terms of fit and finish, they don't do a lot of rounding of the spine. Some, a little bit, but the choil, the back part of the blade, tends to be a little sharp, so some people might want to get some strips of sandpaper and shoe shine that and kind of clean that up a little bit, but that's really up to you. Out of the box edge, this is 6, maybe 7 out of 10. It's a nice polished edge to it. It is quite sharp, so good fit and finish on it. It's a really nice performing blade. Let's look at the cutting board profile. 180 is kind of a little bit longer Santoku, so it gives you a little more flexibility versus a shorter like 165 or 170. So this has just a really easy to use edge profile curve to it. So the tip is fairly low, as you would expect on a sheep's foot kind of tip in a Santoku knife, but you've got a decent kind of flattish spot towards the back. It just kind of rolls into a stop, and you've got a good kind of flat spot in that back third of the blade. And then the tip's not real high, but you can still get pretty high on a rock. So you can rock medium low gradients no problem. This is a really easy to work with profile. You can chop towards the back, push pull cuts, glide cuts, tip draws, rocking. So it's a very versatile profile. So if you're looking for something that looks nice, it's easy to use, easy to maintain, high performance, this is a great option for you. So this is the Kotetsu Hamon 19C27 Santoku 180mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.